No, no. That's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 290. Mets 2:11 a.m. Dixie, Australia 11:11 a.m. Chief Prosecutor Edmund Barton exited Interrogation Room 234, walked quickly to the adjacent room, tapped on the door of 236, entered without waiting for a response, and said, "I think we've got a good chance at stopping our madman," to Rewe Burchett and Richard Kelbaugh, who remained seated at the table next to the two-way mirror that looked in on David Jones. "I concur," Burchett said, nodding slightly, adding, "We're doing well concerning the gathering of evidence and key witnesses," as a uniformed officer entered 234. The uniformed officer walked to Jones and said, "All right, you, let's get you somewhere a bit more comfortable," as he removed the handcuffs that held Hydra in his chair, had him stand, cuffed his hands behind his back, then led him out of the room. Barton watched the officer attend to Hydra, then said to Kelbaugh, "Thank you. Suicide watch?" "As you promised," Kelbaugh said with a nod. "Do you have a lawyer in mind for our many-headed monster?" "I do," Barton replied, twisting his mouth to the left as he furrowed his brow. "I figured Bradley Murdoch might be interested. His sort of case, you know." "The big bad wolf?" Kelbaugh asked, eyes narrowed to slits. "Yeah, he might be interested. We've already provided him with national news coverage. This'll go international before long." "And they say there's no such thing as a free lunch," Burchett interjected. "Where are we, gentlemen? Time to go public on some of the ins and outs of what Brentsy's been doing and how it's past time to bring him to justice for the love of Australia." "I'd like him formally charged with murder one, along with the lethal force Jane Ross defense system, before we have any sort of news conference," Barton said. "I want the public to understand just how deranged and dangerous our aberrant American is before the Berntsey family begins their whitewash pish-posh." "Leak some of Norton's footage?" Burchett asked. "I bet 7 News would be willing to pay for some exclusive video." "Stop," Kelbaugh said with a smile. "I am going to return to 13 Vulture and make sure SWAT is no longer required. I will leave the public support campaigning to the two of you and the charges filed against BCB to Chief Prosecutor Barton. I would appreciate some simultaneous notice of how you're implementing the dissemination of information to the public so I'm prepared, but not advance notice so I can swear under oath that I did not know what information was being leaked nor by whom. Clear?" "I don't know what we're talking about," Barton said with a wink, "but I do know I need to contact the big Brad Wolf and move forward concerning charges against Brentsey and our 3 cyberpunks turned choir boys. We done?" "I'm ready to head to headquarters," Burchett said. "We'll do some Brentsey mining and see what we strike. Never know where a vein may go, eh?" "I'm going to speak to Sergeant Maxwell on the way out," Kelbaugh said, offering his hand to Barton. "Get this wrapped up tight, won't you?" "I'll do my best," Barton said, before turning to Burchett and shaking hands. "Stay in touch," he said with a wink, then exited the room. "Going my way, sailor?" Burchett asked Kelbaugh. Nodding towards the door, Kelbaugh said, "Let's hit it," then began singing, "Come cheer up, my lads, 'tis to glory we steer, to add something more to this wonderful year. To honor we call you, as freemen not slaves, for who are as free as the sons of the waves," as they exited 236 and headed back to the duty sergeant's desk.